Hello, everyone. Welcome to a season preview of the 2017 Northwood University football team. I'm Travis McCurdy, joined now by head coach Leonard Haynes. Coach, training camp's right around the corner. How are you feeling about the team?
Hey, we'll find out in training camp, but these guys have worked out really hard this summer, and I'm feeling real good about them right now coming back in for this season.
Last year we sat here and talked a lot about your veteran defense. You lost some guys from that, but this year you got more. It's strange to say a veteran offense when you're going to have so many sophomores really going to be key guys, but you have a lot of guys back on your offensive unit right now.
Yeah, we only lost two guys from our offensive unit from last year, and our guys, these young guys, they got some experience now. I told them now you're all veterans now, and so they've really kind of grabbed the bull by the horns, and they're getting after it. They've attacked the summer very well, and I'm pretty excited at what this group can bring.
Whenever you talk about the offense, you have to start at the quarterback position. Joe Garbarino went through some ups and downs as a freshman, but I think he really showed a lot of promise and why everyone around here is so high on his future.
Yeah, Joe is a very, very smart and tough quarterback, and we really like what Joe brings to the table with his toughness, and I think he definitely will be much improved from last year. And again, he was a little baptized a little bit last year, and the offense a little bit new to him, but I think going forward, Joe is really going to grab the bull by the horns.
And the one thing that's nice for him is that he was a redshirt freshman last year, but there were a lot of redshirt freshmen last year that got a lot of time for you. And a lot of those guys are back this year, starting with some of your guys in the backfield. Abdul Levy had a great year last year, and he's expected back. And he's kind of the leader, expect to be the leader of the running back position, but you've got a lot of guys that are capable of being key contributors.
Yeah, Abdul's got some competition, and so we got some redshirt freshmen that are stepping up and really showed us some good things in the spring. So I'm hoping that carries over to the fall, but Abdul really is a force, back there as he got comfortable with the offense, and he really, really showed up last fall. So we're excited to see what he'll be able to bring this year.
And you go outside, you lost Theron Wilson, who obviously was a big play threat for you. But you've got John Hall back, you got Alex Spacuzzi back, a couple guys that had a lot of experience last year. So your receiving core, again, losing a key player, but should have some really big playmakers.
Oh, yeah, I think we got some huge playmakers back there. Like, as you mentioned, John Hall is a young man that the sky's the limit for John. I think he can do so many different things for this football team. You mentioned Alex Spacuzzi, who's another little tough receiver for us, and we love what he brings to the table. But we also have Travis Vuich, who got some playing time last year. I think with that receiver core, with all those guys, and Gary Landless, we got a core of guys I think can be really, really special.
And then up front, there were a lot of guys last year that were veterans that I think on paper should have started, but some of the redshirt freshmen kind of came in and took over again. And that redshirt freshman class last year that are sophomores, those are going to be the key guys up front. Talk about your offensive line.
Yeah, our offensive line, we're very excited. Now we got a group together that finally has bonded together, and a pretty cohesive group. It's led by Jacob Van Anderson, and so we're excited to see what those guys can do. So they know each other very well. They're a very special group. Offensive linemen are a lot different, than other groups, but I believe this will be a very special unit for us as well.
Switching over to the defense now, it's going to be a different look. Mike Fisher obviously was a key part of the team. And now it looks like your leader is going to be more in the secondary, Nick Tripp. Nick Tripp is another guy. You talk about sky's the limit. This is a very talented football player.
Yeah, Nick Tripp has got some things to cover with Mike Fisher being gone. And so but he's very special football player, and plays a strong safety position for us. We definitely excited to see what he does this year, and he's worked very, very hard over the summer, and but he is definitely going to be the leader of that defense going forward.
Up front, your main guy looks like Charles Williams, defensive end, very disruptive for us on the pass rush and stuff. But talk about him and some of the other guys up front.
Yeah, Charles Williams, to lead it off, he'll be a leader on that defensive line, and we think he has a lot to bring. He's a little bit injured last year. He played injured he got through the whole season, but I think with a healthy Charles Williams, it makes us much better up front. We talked about we have Josh Dabney, sophomore. Talking about a young, he's a redshirt sophomore. Young man is going to be a force as a 1 technique, 3 technique for us inside there. And we have Zach Gustafson, who's another defensive end for us, who's definitely going to step his game up this year. So, again, we're pretty excited about the guys up front. And also Neil Fleming is another tackle. He'll be a senior, for us that definitely will add to that mix.
Yeah, and that's a group that really got better and better as the year went on last year, I thought. Linebacking, there's going to be some new faces there. That's going to be the one area that's with the loss of Ray Shepler and Michael Fisher, like we mentioned. Talk about your linebacking core.
Yeah, we have Travis and then we have Harrington back there. Those two guys, they got some playing time last year, so that was good. So now they're not going to this thing blind. So they kind of understand the speed of the game and what's expected from Coach Luke. He pushed those guys pretty hard, which is good. And they both showed up well in the spring. So I'm excited to see what these guys will definitely bring coming into the fall. They got big shoes to fill, and so I think they'll do very well.
And then now we talked special teams, of course. Special teams has always been a key part of this team over the years, and got some guys back, but lost some guys too. It's going to be a good mix. But main thing, I guess, Keegan Haggerty was your main kicker last year. He graduated, but you've got guys with experience back that also could take that spot over.
Yeah, right now it's a dead heat with all those guys. It's going to be tough competition in camp to see who comes out, as our kicker. So we got some guys that's returning, but they all will be competing. And so it's not dead set on who will be that guy, but we'll find out during camp.
Every year we talk about this, but you guys really make a big point about special teams. They're very important here at Northwood.
Yeah, our special teams unit is very important. And I think Coach Arnold and Coach Arnold Sr., if you will, does a great job with those special teams units, and that's been a great culture around here. We want to definitely keep that going. So we need to find some guys to fill some holes, but I definitely I have all the confidence in the world that we will.
GLIAC is going to be tough as always. A couple new teams coming in. It's just going to be different. But, again, level of competition is always going to be really high.
Oh, yeah. The GLIAC is the GLIAC. And, with the teams coming in, we got some great teams, I believe, coming in. With Davenport is one of them coming in. And so we'll definitely have to step up and still play. It's going to be very competitive, and we're all just about equal. So, we'll see where the chips fall.
Well, Coach Haynes, just a few weeks away now from opening day. I know all of us are really looking forward to it. Thanks for joining us. Good luck this season.
Thank you for having me, Travis. Appreciate it.